Hi there everybody, my name is Ali and today I'll going to solve another series of Active Directory machines, and this time I will be going to solve machines from Vulnlab. And today I'll going to solve baby machine, which is an easy Windows machine. So it starts off with a basic enumeration from LdapSearch. We get some usernames, we get some passwords, then we can spray the passwords all over and we can try to find out a way in. And in the privilege escalation part, we are having an SC backup privilege and SC restore privilege. So we will exploit these privileges to gain administrator access. So that being said, let's jump in. Now I always start off with nmap scan. So the IP address of my machine is 10.10.115.50. I am already connected to the VPN and all of that stuff. So I always use -a and -v and then the IP address of the target, which is 10.10.115.50. This can again take a lot of time. So I already have ran it. Let's see the results directly. So looking at the results, I'm having over here again a lot of open ports, and directly by looking at the nmap scan, I can say that this is an domain controller because port 88 is open over here and kerberute is running, so this will be definitely the domain controller. Now I don't know either it is Windows Server 2016 or Windows Server 2022, but we will see afterwards. Then we are having again SMB ports, RPC ports, and then we are having 389, which is LDAP port. So if I would be doing a real world penetration test, I always do a lot of things. So first of all, on port 88, I am always running my kerberute tool to gather some usernames. Then I always look for SMB shares and all those sort of stuff. Then I always go to 389 and go for LdapSearch, and that's all what I can try to find out. So let's move on and directly start off with, let's say, let me see if I go for, let's go for SMB. So if I do Smbmap is the tool which I always run first of all. So 10.10.115.50. If I hit enter and again Smbmap, let's see what it gives us. Nothing. One more thing which I can do is I can do smbclient -l and I can do 10.10.115.50. And let's see if I can list the shares. I think so. I need to put forward slashes and hit enter again. Login successful anonymous, but there is nothing in the share. So SMB is not going much our way. Then I will go for brute forcing at the end. The other thing is LDAP. So for LDAP, I always go for LDAP search. So if I do LDAP search, then I can go for -H for host, LDAP colon // 10.10.115.50, and I will go for -X for simple authentication. I didn't got anything. So now for LDAP search to work, we need to actually go for, you can say, we need to find out some sort of DC, which is I think so base naming context. So to find out that one, I normally do -S and I say base naming context. And this normally gives us DC is equal to something and DC is equal to that sort of thing. So like over here, so this one is baby and VL. So I have my DC, so what I will be going to do is I will provide the base, so base DN, so base DN is this one, and now looks fine. If I hit enter, yeah, I did got a lot of output. So again, this is my enumeration for LDAP. I always run LDAP search. There are some more tools which I have not analyzed until now, but hopefully I will show those tools in the next future videos as well. So coming over here, I can see some usernames like, let's say, Caroline Robinson over here, then teresa.bell. So there is a filter which I can apply over here for SAM account name. So if I do SAM account name, I will get only this sort of stuff. So but right over here in SAM account name, yeah, Caroline. So let's move down and try to go for grep-I for in case sensitivity, and I will say, let's say I want SAM account name and hit enter. And I do have some SAM account names over here. Out of these, I can gather out my username. So I can try to go for it with awk. I don't know. I have used awk for a long time. So I will say the field separator is colon space. And then I need to print out. I think so. This is the correct syntax. Otherwise, I need to find out the correct one. So I need to print out the first field. So if I do $1, I don't think so this might work, but let's see. If I do something like this, enter. Yeah, so it prints out Sam account name. If I do $2, will that work? And there you go. So just grabbing out those things. Now I can copy the usernames. I think so the usernames are starting from here. So copy. Now I will always make a file called users.text file. So I always paste my users. IT is not a username, so I can miss that one. And we do have a list of 9 usernames. Now to again test these usernames, either these are correct. So I always use kerberute, and I will see the how to use this tool. So I think so I need to provide out -d for domain. And now coming back to our nmap scan, if I see the domain is baby.vl, so I will add this domain into my host file first of all. So sublime etc/hosts, and yeah, I already have that one, but my IP is not correct. So if I go over here and put my correct IP 10.10.115.50, save. And now let's come back to kerberute and I will see the help menu again. Now I need to provide -d for the domain. Then I need to provide that I need to do user enum module. So let's try to run the command right over here. So kerberute user enum -d for domain baby.dl. Then I need to specify command. Then I will say -dc as well, because I can see -dc is 10.10.115.50. And then I think so I need to specify the word list. So let's provide the users.txt file. So if I hit enter now, try adjusting the domain. So there is something wrong. Let me see. Oh, I think so I did have a typo over here in baby.dl. It's not baby.dl, it's baby.vl. Hit enter now, and there you go. You can see I have 9 valid usernames of the domain. So this means that I am on the correct path. The next thing I always do is I do netexec smb, and I just do banner grabbing. So if I do 10.10.115.50, hit enter, let's see what it gives us. And it shows us that this is Windows Server 2022. The another thing I always do is I always test for either we do have this users having same password or no. So this is sometimes possibility that the user have his own username as the password. So this is one thing which I always do. If this doesn't work, then I need to go and enumerate LDAP much more, because LDAP just provides us a lot of output. So I need to see the output of LDAP in much more detail. So let's open a new tab, and if I do LDAP search again, LdapSearch -h for host, LDAP // 10.10.115.50, and simple authentication, and then dash base dn. I think so that was dc is equal to baby, comma dc is equal to vl. Hit enter. Yeah, this is one. Another thing which I always look for is the description parameter. So if I do -i for description, yeah, description right over here, enter, and I will see descriptions of all of the members right over here. And right at the bottom I can see that there is a default thing which is set initial password to baby start 123. So this looks like to me a password. So if I make a file called passwords.txt, paste, and now I am having all things proper. So let's see our brute force going on, still going on, and right now I don't think so if I have anything interesting. Yeah, nothing interesting over here. So let's wait for a little more. And one thing is that I do have the password, so I can spray that password over here. So crackmap, or I can use crackmap exec. I will use netexec. So smb again 10.10.115.50. The user will be users file. The password will be this time the passwords file. So hit enter, and my above scan completed. Nothing interesting found out. So let's see what happens over here with this password. Okay, so we do have one user which shows me Caroline.Robinson, and I do have a different response on that one, and it shows me that I need to change the password of Caroline. So this one is strange. Now this looks like to me that I do have like a correct guess, because might be possible that Caroline is using default password. So let's try. What I can do is I can try to change the password, and again there is a script from impacket that is called, I think so, smbpasswd. If I see the help menu, this helps us allow to change the password using smb. So what I can do is how to use this domain slash username password and then the target IP address, and then I need to give the new pass parameter to give the new SMB password. So we can try that one. So impacket SMB password domain is baby.vl slash, then I need to give the username that was Caroline.Robinson. Then I need to give the password. So password was baby start 123. So paste the password over here at 10.10.115.50, and then I need to give the new password because it shows me to give that. The new password, let's say if I do test1234 exclamation mark, hit enter, and let's see what happens now. And it says password has been changed successfully. So now if I try to change the password from here to, let's remove this one, and if I test1234, rather, I should not remove that one, but that's fine. If I do netexec again, smb, and then 10.10.115.50 dash u for users file dash p for passwords file. Again, I should not have done the users file because it will take a lot of time, but let's see if that works or no. So if the password have been changed successfully, I should have a pound sign if I can log in with smbm-packet-ps-exec. If doesn't work, oh yeah, okay, so I do have a green sign, which means now these set of credentials are correct, but I cannot log in with ps-exec. I can still see the shares, so now I can change these things. So if I do Caroline dot Robinson, and if I try to see dash dash shares, I can see the shares. Let's see if I can see any share here or no. Otherwise, I will also try to brute force on win, rm, and rdb. So yeah, I can see shares. I do have a write access on $C share. So I think so to for admin, for reverse shell to work on, or for you can say impacket PS exec to work on, I should have write access on admin dollar, which in this case impacket PS exec doesn't work. That's why. So now I can try to do over here is the same thing, I think so. But if I try to copy this command, and if I remove the shares part over here, and if I try to do with WinRM, which is Windows Remote Management, so I will see if I can log in directly over here or no. And right over here, you can see I got a pound sign, which means that by using these credentials, I can log in. So I will simply use evil-winrm dash I for IP address 10.10.115.50 dash U for username Caroline Robinson, password of, let's say, what was it, test1234. I always put my password in single quotes once we have a special character in it. Hit enter, and now I should get logged in because netexec has shown me, and I got successfully logged in now, and I do have initial foothold, and I would be having the flag somewhere as well, I think so. It's always on desktop. So if I go to desktop, ls over here, and there is that user.txt flag right over here. The another thing what now I need to do is privilege escalation so I can become administrator. So for that one, the first thing I always do is who am I slash all to see what groups I am a member of and all of that stuff. I am a member of baby IT group. This one looks really strange to me. So I do have SE backup privilege over here and SE restore privileges here, and these two privileges are very important in terms of privilege escalation because we can get a backup of SAM and system files and try to dump the credentials from there. So that's what will be my exploitation part. So coming to my browser over here, I will go for, I can always search for SE backup and restore privilege escalation. This one can give me a simple blog post. So there are two methods to solve this one. One of them is registry. You can say registry save, and the other one is disk shadow and robocopy. So in this case scenario, the one which might work is the one that will definitely work is disk shadow and robocopy because this is a domain connected machine. So if I click on this one, let's see what it shows. Yeah, so coming down, yeah, this one will not work. I can try this one, but this one will not work on a domain connected machine. So if I can see what he is doing over here, scroll down. Yeah, he do have SC backup privilege over here. Then he is doing registry save, this SAM file, system file, downloading those and using impacket secret stump. This one is first method. The second one is, let's see if they do have it because I will be after ntds.dit file. They don't have that method over here. So SC backup privilege escalation. Let's see this one. Yeah, there was a very good blog post from hacking articles that works most of the times as well. Let's see if we do have over here some. Yeah, he's doing the same. This will not work over here, so that's why I'm not moving on towards this one. Let's see this one from hacking articles. And coming over here, they might have both of the methods. So the one which I'm after is disk shadow and robocopy, and this is the one. So exploiting privilege on domain controller exactly. So first of all, we need to create a file called d with the extension of dsh. So I will do it quickly now. So let's come back to my own Kali machine and I will create a file called, let's say, sublime test.dsh. Then I need to add a script into it. So this one. So paste the script. So set context persistent, no writers, and then I can set alias anything. I will just keep the same alias right over here, and then it will expose the Z drive over here. Then I need to convert it to DOS. So save this one, coming back, paste the command, and I need to do test.dsh, enter, and now it has been converted successfully. Now I need to upload this file over here and run it through disk shadow. So definitely, let's see. Yeah. So they have created a temp directory. I will create it here as well. So in the C drive, let's try to create a temp directory. So if I do mkdir temp, let's see if this works. Yes. So if I go cd into temp, works, I can upload test.dsh and it will start uploading. Let's see what we need to do afterwards. We need to just run disk shadow /s and then the file. So if I do disk shadow /s test dot dsh, enter, and now it will try to, yeah. So the shadow copy was successfully exposed as our Z drive. We just need to use this robocopy and copy the ntds.dit from that Z drive to my current working directory. Looks fine, hit enter. And it worked here as well. Now if I do dir, this is ntds.dit file. Now for this to work, we still need our system file. So for that we can use registry save system file, copy that thing here, hit enter. It should work here as well. Now I have two files, system and ntds.dit. So now I will transfer these. So that's fairly easy. We can do download ntds.dit, and I will download in the same way I need to download system as well. So now I already have downloaded these before, so I will just save my time a little bit. So I will copy it from my previous folder. I think so I called it baby1, yeah, baby dash one and system file over here, and I will copy the ntds file over here because these are very huge files, so these can take time. So after downloading these files from here, you will be having this and this, and after that you need to simply run impacket dash secret stump, and you need to actually provide the system file with system flag, and then ntds file with ntds flag, and you need to give local, hit enter, and now if everything is fine, we should have the hashes of the complete domain controller including the administrator, and we do have the hash for the administrator. So if I have the hash for administrator, I can use either evil-winrm or I can use impacket-psexec. So let's use impacket-psexec administrator at 10.10.115.50. Provide the hashes with the hashes flag, paste the hash, enter. We need to have a colon and then the hash. And it says now found writable share admin dollar, uploading the exe file, and now I should have a reverse shell. If this is not working, the other way I can do is, let's see if this is working or no. Because one thing which I could have done is, let's say if I do impact it or not impact it, I can use evil-winrm, because evil-winrm I think so supports the hashes as well. So if I try 10.10.115.50 dash u for username, which is administrator, dash p for password. I don't have the password, so I'll provide the hash. So paste the hash in, hit enter. This should work. And there you go. I am administrator. Let's see if psexec was working over here or no. So if I come back, yeah, psexec is taking time. So one more thing which I can do is I can do smbexec. I think so. Yeah, smbexec is almost similar. Might work. If it doesn't work, I will do wmi exec. So coming to the desktop of administrator, I should have the flag. And there is that root.txt flag. And there you go, this works as well. So smb exec works as well, and I do have, I think so, anti-authority system. So that's also a very interesting thing because let's see. Normally smbexec and these things takes a lot of time, because right over here, if I type in who am I am baby slash administrator. So I am having administrator access, but anti-authority, not anti-authority system. There are a lot of things which can be done by anti-authority system, and here you can see I am having anti-authority system. So let's say if this would have been a domain joined machine and a lot of chain, so I would always go for anti-authority system, so I can turn off the antivirus, and then I can go for bloodhound, enumerating a lot of things and all that sort of stuff, mimikatz especially. So that's why I always like to have anti-authority system access. So that was all about today's video. I hope you will like it, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.